Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Tuesday? So we're here with Terry Johnson online. All those T's. Terry on Tuesday.
It's TNT.
Yes, Tuesday and Terry, okay? With Terry Johnson online everywhere. She's here to talk to us about social media marketing, which is one of the key components of doing business better online. So I introduced to some, present to others, Miss Terry Johnson. Before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. And I'm Terralina from California Cover Up, so we're the Biz Chicks. How you doing this morning, TJ?
I'm doing well. How are you? How's everybody out there? Happy New Year. Happy 2021. We made it, but
Oh
it's
my
still
God.
we made it, but we made it, but it still feels a little funny. So we're gonna roll with that. Not a
Yes.
problem.
Good morning, Celia. It's so good to see you. Celia
Oh, yeah, okay.
was
Good
on
morning.
tour last night
Oh, okay.
for the first Monday.
All
So
right,
we were
good.
excited to meet her in person, all those who have never met her before. And
Cool.
yeah, because she's one of our number one fans. And so it was really fun.
Right. Okay, good. So we'll get started. So as Terralina said, I'm Terry Johnson, Terry Johnson Online. I'm a digital marketing strategist. I'm talking about we're here to talk, not just me. We're
Yes.
here to talk about I was like,
We're
not
here
just
for the
me.
conversation about.
Yeah. So we're here to talk about digital marketing strategy. That includes content marketing, social media marketing, that's email marketing, that's SEO, branding, your website, all the tools and things that you need to grow your business online. So we're going to talk
Wow.
about that here. Right. So we're going to talk about that here. So
Okay.
just letting everybody know. Also, welcome to the replay viewers. I know live is here. We have Celia, but we have replay viewers that watch after the live is over. So I want to say hi and welcome to you guys. We're glad you're here. Please involve yourself. Involve yourself. Please participate in the chat. If you've got something to say, type it in. Let us know. We're going to include it in the discussion today, the chat, and usually it's a lively chat. We have lots of
Yeah.
fun. So we want to make sure that you do that. And also we ask you to share this post, this video out, whatever platform you're on. And sharing is caring. If you care about what we're talking about, if you're involved in the things that we're talking about, if this is a topic that's interesting to you and to others that follow you, please share this out on your platform. We ask you to do that. Thank you very much. So that was my call to action. You're supposed to do one of those. So that was an
Gotcha.
example. Um, you can, your call to action can be whatever it is you want them to do. So we're asking you to share this. Thank you very much. All right,
Mm-hmm.
so we're going to get started. This is top marketing trends for 2021. We're going to talk about the things that we need to focus on in marketing for your business for 2021. Now, I'm going to give a disclaimer that everybody knows we were in a pandemic. We still are for 2020. So a lot of things were changed, upended. The apple cart was turned over. We didn't know what to do. So these are trends as far as we can say right now. Things will change, and they definitely did, because when we did this discussion last year for 2020, we weren't in the middle of all of the upheaval. So there was
Exactly.
excuse me. Right. So we weren't in the middle of the upset and upheaval
Mm-hmm.
times. So when we talked about the trends in January, some of them still apply, because I went back and watched the one we did in January. Some of those still apply, but we're in a different mode now. So but we still want to talk about these trends.
Okay.
And excuse me. So we want to talk about these
Now I have to get
trends.
some water.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some too. We're going to take a break. Station break.
We're hydrating this morning, guys.
Yes, you have to, because we're indoors. There's lots of heat. The throat is dry. So we want to talk about the strategies that you need to focus on for 2020. And I say top marketing trends. There's a ton. There's a list of them, but we don't have time to go over that. And I didn't put a number because I didn't want to say we're going to talk
Yeah.
about 7. You know, I didn't want to put a number and say we're going to talk about 7 and only get to 5. So I said
Yes.
top. Right.
Well,
So
that's good. I guess let's start at the top.
right. So this is top marketing trends, and then there's going to be a part 2 next week because, as I said, there's lots of trends. We may not fit them all in the time that we have together today. I will try to fit all of these things in. So I just want to remind you about marketing for your business and some of the things you need to focus on.
Okay.
And you want to build your strategy on plans and not tips and tactics and things that that can go and be here today and go on tomorrow. You want to have a solid plan, a solid strategy. So the things that we talk about today allows you to build that with your business. So one of the things that is not a trend, but I want to mention is don't put all your eggs in one basket with your digital marketing plans, what you do online. Don't put all your eggs into one platform. Don't focus on one thing. You want that to diversify.
Okay.
So you want to diversify, and diversity was a big topic in 2020. It will still be a big topic going forward in 2021. So a part of that diversification is that you allow yourself to be on more than one platform. There's several reasons why. Because, well, as you know, you don't own that real estate. That's if you don't own your Facebook account, they can decide to close your account. They can decide to block your posts or delete because it's their platform. So you really want to be someplace where it's something that you own. You want to have a website. You definitely want to have a website or some piece of property that you pay for yourself.
Have your own real estate. Okay.
Right. Have your own real estate. It doesn't have to be a big, gigantic website. It could be 1 page or 2 pages, but it's something that you're paying for off of the platforms, off of Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, because they can do whatever they want to do to your account. And I can attest to that because my Instagram, for some reason, I followed something or did something. I don't even remember. And Instagram was like, boop, you no longer have your account. So I'm just saying, right. So I'm just saying that your Instagram, you're going to, there's a lot of hoops and things you got to jump through, and it's frustrating. And I don't want you to be on that road.
Okay. So, good morning, Jill. Good morning, Dr. Tati.
Good morning. Let me put your comments up. Good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Tati.
Jill, hi, Jill. It's good to see you. Happy New Year. I'm glad you're all here. And I just wanted to mention that. Just don't put all your eggs in one basket. It makes sense, right? It makes sense. You want to diversify.
Yeah, and thank you for reminding us about the fact that, our accounts can be suspended. Different things can happen. I know several people who were on Etsy, and they got one complaint, and they just kicked them to the curb.
Right. The tolerance, the tolerance level from these platforms are low now. And I'm going to tell you who you can thank: the person in the White House. So I'm going to leave it like that. So there are lots of checks and balances where there weren't a lot before, or they weren't being heavily enforced. Now they're being heavily enforced because these social media platforms are being called to the carpet by the government to do this, that, and the other, to break up, monopoly, all the words you want to use. They are under a microscope. So they are going to put you, the user, under a microscope if you don't toe the line as far as their terms of service. And those are the things that when you signed up, you agreed to do. So I don't want to hear any argument or, I hear a lot of people, this is censorship. This is this is that. Well, if you don't own it, it's not censorship. You don't own Facebook. You don't own your Facebook account. You don't own your Instagram account. Those are things given to you, and you have to abide by the rules.
Let's sort of think of it like a cafeteria where, you see the sign up that says we have the right to refuse service to anyone.
Yeah. When you go to a store, no shoe. It says no shirt, no shoes, no service.
Service. Mm-hmm.
No, now it's no mask. Some places, but
Yeah.
those are things that you have to abide by. So I wanted to bring that out. Also, I want to mention that this is the age of organic growth not being as big as it was, and we mentioned this last year. So I just wanted
Mm-hmm.
to say that having an engaged audience is going to negate your worries about organic growth or being seen, or is someone going to like my post, which those are metrics that we don't want to pay attention to anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to pay attention to metrics of, well, I got 1,000 likes or I got 5 likes. Well, those likes don't translate to money. So
Mm-hmm.
why are you worrying about it? So I'm just saying that you have steady growth, you build the audience, you create content that attracts that audience, and you be truthful. Be you. Be you. This even more this year, 2020, be you, because you need to tell a story. And when I say tell a story, I don't mean make up something. I mean you be you. You
Mm-hmm.
get on and you say what you have to say. A lot of things I see a lot of trends, especially with women now. Matter of fact, I read it, was it yesterday? J Lo has a skincare line coming out. So yesterday, or what, I'm not sure what day it was. Maybe it was the new year or whatever. But she went on Instagram without makeup. I mean, she
Oh,
had some makeup on. I mean,
yeah.
she had the, let's be honest, she had some makeup on, but it looked like a clean face. And
She
she was
looks pretty
dim,
natural.
right? It was a natural look, but she had makeup on.
Mm-hmm.
So she was demoing her skincare line, like a makeup removal cream or something like that. So even the celebrities who you would think would go on with a whole glamour, the whole made up and the eyelashes and this, they are seeing the trend of being more natural, being real, telling your story without the photoshopping,
Yeah.
without the glamour and the glitz and the sequins. It's relatable. Why they're doing it is because it's relatable. And Pat is here.
Hey,
Hey Pat, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I'm glad to see her here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another one of the trends. I mean, it's not one that I'm listing, but I'm just bringing that up because I'm just seeing it that you want to be you. You don't want to pretend to be someone else. You don't want to come on and say, well, this is, if I'm doing a live show, I have to be Robin Roberts on Good Morning America. Or I have to be,
Mm-hmm.
the reporter or the journalist. So,
Exactly. Keep it
yeah,
real.
yeah, the news anchor, the news at 11. That's not what people are tuning in for. They're tuning in to talk to you. So you can say, hey, good morning, guys. I don't feel like, I feel whatever. I'm just going to come on, but I have something important to say. So I want you to
Mhm.
pay attention to what I say instead of how I look.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
that's what that is definitely one of the trends of being more natural, being you. And this goes into I want to talk about Clubhouse, which ties into
Oh,
one of the trends.
okay.
So one of the other trends is audio content, and it's gone beyond podcasts because we have a new app called Clubhouse that's iPhone only, invite only. It's the hottest thing. Everybody's talking about it like it's a club VIP. You're trying to get in behind the velvet rope.
Exactly.
People are begging. People are begging for invites and stuff. And the reason why is because it's audio content and it's like a party. It's like a party line. It's like
Uh,
everybody's on and listening, but everybody doesn't talk at once depending on how you set up your room. But there's a speaker, there are moderators. You ask people to come on stage and ask their question, and you talk about topics. So the
so
reason
it's,
why this
so it's
clubhouse,
all audio?
yeah, there's no video.
Okay.
There's no video. Pat says, in the early days of the pandemic, I was wondering if the natural look was going to become a trend as we women get used to seeing our real faces. Yes, Pat, you're right. You're absolutely right. It is a trend now. A matter of fact, one of the financial news shows that I watch in the morning, Yahoo News, I
Mm-hmm.
was just noticing that one of the hosts, I was like, she's looking real not
Real
glamour.
raw.
No, no, not raw. It's just it wasn't heavily lit, and
Okay.
it was just like, she combed her hair, she put some makeup on, she had her glasses on, and it was just like a normal. It wasn't like she was in a studio like, and today's news, that kind of thing. It
Okay.
wasn't
So it
overly
wasn't like she had a makeup artist do her up.
right. She probably had to do her own makeup.
Do her own makeup,
But-
yeah.
So she did her own makeup, and she looked okay. She looked like a regular person versus if
I
they
love it like a regular person.
no, I mean because she wasn't.
I know what you're saying, yeah.
It wasn't plain, but it wasn't Hollywood.
Over the top Hollywood stuff.
So when they're, when these news journalists are doing the news shows, they have a look, is what I want to say. They have a look. And her look was, I'm at home, but we're still talking about important financial news. And that is the trend. So Pat is right. It started to be that. Now you will see a lot of people get on with the glitz and the glamour, but that isn't getting really, that approach is not getting attention anymore. Hey, Claudia. Claudia says regular people. Oh my. Yes. Jill says good morning. Hey,
good morning, Jill.
So, and I lost my notes, guys. Hold on.
Claudia, you laugh.
Excuse me. So that all of this ties into being real, telling your story, not having to come up with something made up because you think it's more interesting. You're interesting as you are. Now, the other side of that is why people do the things they do with the elaborate sets and the lights and the cameras, action, glitter, and this and that, is because they think people will like them better. They'll get more audience members. Their audience will grow. And not really, because that approach may not appeal to everyone. So that mindset is everyone is my audience. Everyone is my customer. And it's not. That before. You have to niche it down. You have to appeal to a certain segment of the audience, a target audience.
Oh, okay.
So you don't want to, your potential buyer is not everyone. It's not everyone. So you have to be you and attract the people that are attracted to you, because that's psychology. That's how people think. You have to think, this is how people think. So if I offer information as a coach, or if I provide a product, or if I'm doing something meditative or mental health or whatever, you have to get in the mind of those people. What would they want to see online? So you provide that, and then that attracts them. Okay, so we want to do that, but we'll move on.
We're talking about being authentic, right? So
right, being authentic. That's it. You want to be authentic because, and I really don't even want to say authentic. I want to say be you. I think that's simpler. Just be you.
Yeah, it is.
Don't pretend to be a personality or feel that you have to put on a persona and be, I'm J-Lo, that kind of thing. You don't have to do that. You just, I'm Sally, whatever, and I live in Massachusetts, and I do this and I do that. So just stick with that. All right, but I was talking about Clubhouse because audio is one of the trends that is coming up. I mean, it was with podcasts. You saw the rise of podcasts, and I had some data and numbers on that in one of the discussions. We were talking about the rise of podcasts, but this is something beyond podcasts because it is collaborative community conversations.
Oh, okay.
And the app is facilitating that. But I want to give you a little bit more detail about Clubhouse because it's exclusive, invite only, iPhone only. That's kind of exclusive. But on the other side, there are other apps that are incorporating that type of audio community space into their existing app. Twitter, for one. There was news today. Twitter bought what company? Twitter bought another podcast company.
Who bought Wonderly?
I'm not sure, but that's Twitter. It was announced today that they bought. Okay. I forgot the name of the company. I think it was a podcasting app to augment their Twitter Spaces because they're creating a Clubhouse type
Oh,
section for Twitter. It's in beta testing with select group of people.
well, it
So,
makes sense because that is Twitter's niche.
yes. So this is the deal. Clubhouse is hot now. People are
Mhm.
making money. People are saying I'm the Clubhouse expert. Clubhouse has been out a year or so. I'm not sure, but it started to gain traction this summer because of the entertainment faction, and it started out with VC, venture capitalists, Silicon Valley,
Oh,
that kind of thing. They were using it to talk
Tachi
and
says
learn.
they bought Breaker.
That's it. Thank you, Tachi. I knew she would know. Twitter
She went,
bought Breaker.
mhm.
So that's it. And then yeah. And
Mhm.
Jill said, Jill says is part of the appeal of Clubhouse that it's invite only. Is that part of their marketing and make people in feel more special? It is a part of it, but
Yes.
that's not the main part because they wouldn't be able to go forward and grow if that was their only thing, was to be exclusive only. I think it's that because they're growing, they're still getting money from venture capitalists, they're still in beta, it's not been released. That's why it's iPhone only, because it's easier to create an app for one platform versus Android, which is you have to, you have to make it adapt to fit different manufacturers. So I've Apple is one iOS, one similar devices, so you can test it more easily on an Apple system,
Product.
because it's
Mhm.
right. Apple system is based, everything's based off of one thing. Android is something different where you have many manufacturers. So as an app developer, it makes sense to start on iPhone. Also, there's that exclusivity, which I don't think they plan to do this the way they're
Really?
doing it, but it is the part of the cachet of, well, I am on Clubhouse, it's invite only, because the only way you get invited in is if your contact in your contact phone, in the contacts in the iPhone, they're already on Clubhouse and they can send you an invite. It doesn't go by email, it goes by phone number. So the person
Oh,
has to be a contact in your contacts.
okay.
Pat says somebody excitedly told me that celebrities are in Clubhouse. Yawn. I don't care about celebrities. Yes, Pat, they're there. I was in one room. Tiffany Haddish was there. It's not an exciting, like Pat says, yawn. It's not that
Mhm.
exciting. I'm there to listen for, business topics, marketing topics, different things. And
Uh-huh.
the regular people get a chance to talk. So the celebrities being there, yeah, okay. Yesterday Gary Vaynerchuk was in one of the rooms and he started a room and it was exciting, but only because I wanted to hear what he said, not because he's Gary V. So there's other people on Clubhouse that have knowledge, and there's some people on there that are, they're not. They're putting on a fake persona. But
Uh-huh.
you have to know how to weed that
Perpetrator. You got
out.
to figure out the perpetrators.
Yes, the perpetrators are there. They are there. The scammers are there. The
They're everywhere though.
MLM people will be there. But I want to talk about Clubhouse because it's a phenomenon, but
Okay.
it's going to propagate to other platforms. Twitter is one. Twitter is the
Mhm.
one that's making noise. I see
Okay.
I see a Clubhouse kind of tool working on LinkedIn. I don't see it working on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. It may go there. But what I want to say is that audio is growing and it's not just podcasts. So that's the appeal. So you see with Clubhouse, it's more of a party type atmosphere where you get to rub elbows with celebrities or people that you follow online that may be, marketing experts or business experts or gurus or this or that, whatever in your industry, like fashion bloggers,
Okay.
YouTubers. You get to talk to them and it's audio only. So you don't have to get on camera like we are, and, have your hair done or, have look a certain way. So that
Yes.
that intimidates some people. Like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do live video because I got to get on and fluff up.
Mhm.
So with Clubhouse, you don't have to do that. You just turn the app on. There's a button if you want to speak, you raise your hand. The person running the room invites you on. So it's all very low key, but there is information being exchanged in like a networking. It's like a networking
Mhm.
app. Just think of it as networking. So that's why I said that if LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is so slow to adapt to stuff. I don't see them getting this until way later, if at all. But this
Mm.
would be perfect on LinkedIn because on LinkedIn, you're there as you professionally with your resume. I work here, I do that. So that eliminates some of the perpetrators that
Mm.
will come
Mhm.
on because they're there now saying, I built 6-figure businesses. I made 10 million. There are people there that are saying that, but it's really hard to prove unless you look at the track of, okay, there's a link to their Instagram. Let me see their Instagram, and then you do the work. But I don't want to really talk about Clubhouse a lot. I'm just saying that audio in that
I find
format.
this conversation about Clubhouse fascinating because I really wasn't that familiar with it.
Right, it's
Uh,
new. It's new, and it's really like a behind the velvet rope VIP in the club kind of thing.
yes, exactly.
And it's because if you invite somebody onto Clubhouse to create an account, they're connected to you because it says at the bottom of your profile, invited by or whatever by
Oh,
so
okay.
and so. So that makes it where you're going to be careful who you give your invites to.
Yes, because they can track it back to you. Yeah.
Tanya, I knew Tanya was going to say this. She says, I'm like, you build nothing, shut up. Right. But see, it's audio. You know the saying, talk is cheap? Well,
Hmm.
that applies to Clubhouse. In some instances, because like you said, there's perpetrators there that are saying that they made $1 million last year. Let me show you how. And
Hmm.
to get people in the funnel. Now there are some valid business people on Clubhouse. I'm not saying everybody is fake and whatever, but
Hmm.
I'm starting to see a lot of people, and I look at their profile and I'm going, I don't
Really?
believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Um, Oh, did she say,
Wow.
"Hey, Pat"? So you have to kind of it's the Clubhouse is the kind of thing where, like, okay, for instance, Bonnie Frank is on there. We all know Bonnie, right? Bonnie has the
Hmm.
Business Fabulous group on Facebook. She was on Blab for years, so I know that when she's talking about business and women entrepreneurs and helping them grow their businesses, I that's the trust I have because I've seen her before.
Exactly.
But there
Exactly.
are people jumping on Clubhouse saying the exact same thing that Bonnie is saying. I can get you to 10 figures. Follow me and sign up for my course. But I don't know you. You don't have a presence anywhere else but Clubhouse. So that's why
Hmm.
I said the talk is cheap. I can say anything. I can say I'm Beyonce if I'm audio. And then they go, okay, well sing, and then I'm caught because I can't sing like her. But I would you this is the analogy I'm trying to get, that you can come on audio and say whatever you want because you're not seen. You're not being seen. And also you have to have the provenance is the word I want to use, where you can go back and say, well, I was on Blab. I have a show here. I have a podcast on another platform, and these many people follow me. Okay. So that
Hmm.
I just want to give everybody a little background on Clubhouse because it's new. Like Carolina said, she didn't really hear about it. It's really new. It's really new.
We mentioned it on the show when it
Yeah,
first came out,
yeah,
and as a new
yeah.
app. But
Hmm.
that was about it. But
Right,
now
because
that
I
you're
wasn't.
talking about it,
I
I'm
mentioned it two
familiar.
times on the Tech Fridays. So I think
Hmm.
like 2 weeks ago, I really talked about it because
Yeah.
finally got an invite from Eileen. Thank you, Miss Eileen. She gave me one. Um, so I got in, and at first I wasn't impressed, but now
Hmm.
I'm still not like impressed because I see Twitter coming in my rear view,
Uh-huh.
but the people that are using it properly are seeing results
Okay.
from networking,
Hmm.
from talking to people and getting offline and building a relationship. It's a
Yes.
building a relationship tool if
Okay.
you're an expert. Okay. But
So
I
it's
just
like,
wanted to
so
mention
it's
it
like
because
a networking tool, really.
it
I
is
mean,
a networking tool, but it has to be somebody of experience and authority behind them.
hmm.
There are a
Hmm.
lot of millennials coming on saying, I build 7-figure build businesses. Let me show you how.
Uh-huh.
And then you go look at their other platforms on Facebook and Instagram, and you go, how? Because I don't see it. But I digress.
Mhm.
So it's a thing to look at. But that positioning of audio spaces, I see it growing to other apps. So just get ready.
Okay.
Clubhouse is not the end all and be all because
Yeah.
everybody's trying to get in. Okay.
Oh,
Twitter,
okay.
just hold on. Twitter's coming. But see, Twitter is doing the right thing by having a closed beta with a certain group of
Uh-huh.
people. They're buying they bought the podcast app Breaker. So they're putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And then Twitter's gonna say, hey, we got something. You like Clubhouse? We got Twitter spaces. We got this, and this, and this. And everybody's gonna use that.
Mhm. Makes sense.
Taji says hashtag rubbish. Is that for Clubhouse, Taji? Okay, so that's the audio part. I wanted to say about audio.
Okay.
Of course, the next trend that has been a trend for a while, short form video stories. That's going to
Mhm.
continue. So if you haven't got on board the stories train, if you haven't got on board with TikTok or Reels or making short form video, short form means it's 15 seconds or less, or it could be 30 seconds or less. It's really condensed, and you have to get your message in real quick. So it has a level of creativity that you have to do it. But if you're not creative, you can do it. It just takes practice. Same thing with the piano. You when you sit down the first time, do you know how to play?
I like that analogy. Yeah.
Do you know how to play the piano? No.
Mhm.
You sit down and you do you do your scales. You have a teacher. You keep doing it, and you get better, and then you play a song.
Yeah.
Same thing with short form video and stories. Do one. It sounds dumb. Oh, this is dumb. Do it anyway. Get that one out the box. Do another one. Keep doing them until you get the hang of it, and it clicks. You have to keep doing it until it clicks. Now,
Mhm.
you don't have to do TikTok, but TikTok is the hottest app of 2020. It's going to be the hottest app of 2021. And TikTok is adding on live stream shopping. We talked about that a few weeks ago. That is another trend that is going to get bigger. So we have to embrace live video. If you haven't embraced it yet, embrace it in all its forms. We have live video here where we can, talk as long as we want. Or we have the short form video on TikTok and Instagram and Reels. Facebook is going to have one soon, where you're going to do video in little bites. Think of it as little snack bites that you string along, to make something happen. So
Mhm.
you need a level of creativity to make this work, but you can do it if you don't feel like you can. It's just a
Okay.
practice. It's just a practice thing. Like I said with the piano, that was the first thing that popped in my head. You have to practice to get better, right? So
Yeah.
same thing with this short form video and stories. And also the video where there's the live stream shopping, the IGTV. Don't forget about IGTV. There's so many things. This is
It's a lot.
that's what I was gonna say. There's so many things to try and do, and the thing is try. So if you don't like Reels or TikTok, try IGTV because it's still video, but it's not limited by 15, 30 seconds and you have to do snappy things. It could be a video clip from you doing a live stream.
Mm-hmm.
So we could take this live stream, make a clip of say a minute or so or 2 minutes and put that on IGTV and grow through that way. So you see, you don't want to say it's so many things, I'm not going to do anything. Try one or two, see how you like it, test the waters. Okay, but video and audio is growing, and like Terralina said, there's so many things you get confused.
It's just a lot.
It's a lot. So, but you don't have to do everything. Try one or two, but don't ignore them all and say, well, I don't like stories, I'm not going to do stories. Well, it's a growing facet of being online. So
yes.
all right. So just two more things I want to mention. User generated content.
Oh, okay.
And because user generated content, we talked about this before, where you ask users to use your product or give you a testimonial for your
Okay.
service. But Jill has a comment. Jill says it's a lot, but as BizChicks teaches us, check out a trend, know your why, and know what appeals to you and your customers. Otherwise, brain overload. Exactly. I'm glad you said that, Jill. Thank you. That's
Well
it.
stated.
That's it. Well stated. That's it. That's it. We're here to teach you and give you the knowledge, but I'm not telling you to run out and do everything, because you can't.
Everything, yes.
You
And
can't run out and do everything. You can't do everything. You can't do stories and TikTok and short form and Clubhouse. And there's not enough time in the day. I'm telling you now. There's not enough time in the day. Pick one or two that you like, that you're comfortable with, that you know your audience is there. You know they're there, and then work on it. Work on it. Okay. So the user generated content is where you ask your users, people that follow you, to share them using your content, your product, or talking about the experience they had with you, because this is service-based business. With a service-based business, you don't have a product to sell per se. You're really providing a service. So on that end, you would want them to talk about the result that they got with you, or the feeling they got with you, or I'm listening to Jill when she talks about her meditation, and the meditation practice. It's helped me so much. It's calmed me. It's helped me during the pandemic. You get people to say things like that. And how you do that is user generated content by asking.
yes.
Or you run a contest and say, okay, I'm running a contest for, whatever. You'll win a gift card, or you'll win a gift coupon from me if you share, your thoughts and feelings on Instagram or Twitter. You tell them where, and you give them a hashtag. And you have to say, follow my account and use this hashtag. So that's how you find the user generated content, by hashtag. Okay. So that's a little bit about that. But that is going to be bigger. Why? Because people listen to testimonials from other people. They listen to experiences from other people. You can run an ad, you could do a commercial, but the way you build up your audience and get them to trust you is that other people say good things about you, not you saying, I'm the best, this and that. No, other people have to say, you know what? Jill helped me with this and that. And when I followed her and I did this and that, it was such a good experience. I just want to let everybody know, hashtag good experience, or whatever the hashtag that you decide for the contest, or to share the information. And then what you do is you find the post using the hashtags, and then you highlight it on your social media platform. And there's different ways of doing it. So I don't have a lot of time to tell you how, but we're going to get into that a little later. So next week, we're going to have a continuation of top marketing trends of 2021. This is part 1. So next week, we'll do part 2. There'll be more stuff to talk about, and we'll share more things, and going forward, what's going to happen for 2021. So I'm thanking you. I'm thanking you. Thank you for being a part of today's discussion. I'm glad that we were able to share what we could share. We had a lot of conversation, which is something that I like, because the conversations, the chat that you guys put in, we know what you need and what you need to focus on. So it's a clarification process whenever there's chat.
Yes. And I want to say, guys, if you're having challenges with some of these things, feel free to contact Terry.
Yeah.
And let her help you. You don't have to figure it out on your own. Thank you, Terry. There is her contact information. By all means, put something in your budget this year to get help. Okay?
Yes.
When you get your tax return, write a check to Terry and make more money in 2021. Come on. We're all going to get some kind of stimulus. Maybe you invest that in getting help to grow your business and get a good return on that investment. So I strongly suggest that if you're having challenges, to contact the Biz Chicks or to contact Terry and get a strategy for 2021. Get some help. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have to do it by yourself.
Nope, you don't have to do it by yourself.
And then find a friend and collaborate. Share the costs. Okay. Here you go. Celia
And,
says,
go
thanks
ahead.
a lot for the information. This is where I learned about marketing. There
Oh,
you go.
good. I'm glad. I'm glad of that, Cecilia. Thank you for saying that, Cecilia, because it's like, I know the information. I see the path and strategies and things, and I'm working on things for the new year for us to learn more. But to hear
Mhm.
it from you, thank you very much. That I appreciate that more than you can know, more than you know. I thank you for that.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
And I happen to know that she has a very exclusive clientele. So you're going to get some individualized, customized strategies for building your business. So, here at Biz Chicks, we don't recommend everybody. But we definitely want to endorse and recommend Terry Johnson Online everywhere.
Thank
Okay?
you.
All right, guys, we want you to remember that if you're, let me find my banner here, if you're looking to be a part of the Biz Chicks community or to invite somebody to the clubhouse.
Invite somebody that I love that you tied that clubhouse.
Invite somebody over to the Biz Chicks platform. Come on. Here's the number. Text Biz to 33777. We'd love for you to share that out and have more people come and join the conversation.
Yes,
So,
and also I want to add, if you're having any trouble with things in your business, you're struggling to understand, or you need more clarification or more help, like Terry Lena said, reach out to me, Terry Johnson Online everywhere. I mean, we're here to help.
exactly.
I want to stress that for 2021. We've said it last year and the year before, but really, we're here to help.
And really, that's why Biz Chicks started. We don't like convoluted crap. And we
Yeah,
don't like people paying for convoluted crap and still not being able to build their business because they didn't understand the instructions, or the person just took their money and really didn't help.
right.
So you can trust us. Come on in, contact us, let us help.
It's a team effort.
Yeah, yeah. So with that, we want you to remember to go to the front of your own line, and we'll see you tomorrow. We'll be
Thank you.
talking to Coach Karen.
Yeah. And
Time
thank you to the replay viewers. I never want to forget them. Thank you for watching. Thank everyone for watching.
we just
Thank
want to
you.
say hey to the replay gang.
Yeah.
And we'll see
Replay
you.
gang. Hashtag replay gang.
Yes. So we'll see you tomorrow. And thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.